Thank you very much. First of all, Prime Minister, thank you very much for your valuable remarks, because this is something we really need to know. So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, in my age, 60, of course, I did in my life several mistakes, but there is one, I never visited your country. So I hope that after these 2 days in your beautiful, beautiful capital, I will have many reasons to come again, because to follow what you have achieved, this is remarkable. So congratulations from my position. Thank you very much. Dear Prime Minister, Mr. President, Speaker of the Parliament, distinguished colleagues, thank you very much for your kind invitation, and I am honored to address you today to open this conference. I want to congratulate Armenia and Prime Minister of your country for conveying this second edition of Yerevan Dialogue. It is an important forum for discussion about pressing regional and global issues. In my opening remarks, I would like to present the foreign policy priorities of my government, the role of Slovakia's global partnerships, and of course, our efforts to promote peace and Slovakia's relations to Armenia. Allow me to start with a few remarks concerning the sovereign foreign policy of Slovakia. First of all, I will say once again that the European Union and NATO represent the vital operational environment for Slovakia. These integration frameworks have built the modern foundations of peace and prosperity in Europe and in my country. Thanks to its membership in the European Union, Slovakia has experienced a political, social, and economic development at a pace and quality that would otherwise be unthinkable. We support deeper EU cooperation and integration in economic areas that can create more prosperity for our citizens. However, this does not mean we cannot be critical of certain EU policies and decisions. For example, my government opposes the EU Commission's recent proposals to end all imports of Russian energy. Slovakia has been implementing robust steps to diversify its energy resources. We understand the risks of over-dependency on a single supplier. But the current EU proposal is, in my opinion, short-sighted. I believe it will harm our competitiveness and energy security. Especially in the nuclear energy domain, there is no certified fuel alternative available for Slovakia's reactors in the near time. In our foreign policy, we reflect the shift in the geopolitical gravity to Asia and Global South and build new partnerships. I visit many countries around the world and do my best to invest in relations with our partners in Asia, Africa, or South America. We have promoted our relations to the level of strategic partnership with the Republic of Korea and the People's Republic of China, and we are working to strengthen relations with India, Indonesia, Japan, and Vietnam. As a small, open and export-oriented economy, we are clearly not happy to see that global rise in economic protections, unfair trade practices, and trade war. In Slovakia, ladies and gentlemen, the automotive industry is the backbone of our economy. According to some estimates, some 20,000 jobs in Slovakia could be threatened in case of an escalating trade war with the United States. For this reason, we need to intensify trade relations with the nations interested in free trade and diversify our export destinations. Ladies and gentlemen, the war in Ukraine has caused incredible suffering to innocent people, but it has also affected millions of people in the world with the increased cost of agricultural products or disrupted supply chains. It is obvious that neither Ukraine nor Russia can achieve a strategic breakthrough on the battlefield, and there is no military solution to this conflict. We support President Trump's initiative for 30-day comprehensive ceasefire followed by peace talks between the two parties. We hope the direct negotiations between Ukraine and Russia that started in Istanbul will continue and will bring results. As you know, Ukraine is our largest neighbor, and we want to have a democratic, sovereign, stable, and prosperous neighboring living in peace. It is our vital national interest. We have been helping from the start. Since the beginning of the war conflict in Ukraine, Slovakia has provided total aid in the amount of 3.5 billion euros, which makes us one of the countries with the highest level of solidarity with the Ukraine in terms of proportion of aid to the country's GDP. If Ukraine meets the criteria, we will support integration into the European Union. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, let me say a few words about Slovakia and your beautiful country. Our countries enjoy friendly bilateral relations. We share a strong Christian heritage. Armenia is Slovakia's key trading partner in this region, and our trade is growing. I want to give an additional impetus for expanding our trade, especially in the areas of nuclear energy, automotive, defense, and tourism. And I believe Prime Minister will have a lot of time today to discuss all these aspects, perspective of cooperation. We strongly support closer relations of Armenia with the European Union. Slovakia is ready to share our experience from introducing challenging market and social reforms to help you reaching the full potential of the EU-Armenia Comprehensive and Enhanced Partnership Agreement and the visa liberalization dialogue. We will continue to support the presence of EU's observation mission in Armenia, as its value has been proven on many occasions. Slovakia's return to NATO's KFOR peacekeeping mission in Kosovo this year is another opportunity for close cooperation between our armed forces. Armenia's contribution to the stability of the Western Balkans is highly appreciated. To conclude, I want to commend Prime Minister for your leadership in efforts to find a final peace settlement with Azerbaijan. Once again, thank you very much for all this useful and valuable information you just provided to all of us. The announcement earlier this year represents a decisive step towards lasting peace and security in the region. It is key to maintain this momentum and ensure a smooth completion of this process from both sides. A peaceful settlement will send a powerful message to Europe that conflicts can be resolved through diplomatic dialogue, and Slovakia stands ready to fully support you in your efforts. Thank you very much for your attention and the possibility to say a few words. Thank you very much, Prime Minister. Thank you.